Have you been trying to make changes in your life, but you keep struggling? It is hard to change. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why it is so hard to change your life and how you can make those changes happen easier. So stay tuned. Alright, let's get right into this video. Why it is so hard to change and how to make change happen. So the first reason why it's hard to change is we are stuck in survival mode. And when you are in survival mode, you can't really make changes. You are focused on surviving. So this goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you've ever heard of this, this is where your first priorities are always survival. And then from there on up, your priorities become more expanded and you are able to do a little bit more self-improvement. And then the very top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is that we are self-actualized, which means we are the best optimal version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And that requires change to get to that point. And we just can't change if we are stuck in survival mode. So another reason why it's hard to change is because many people are simply unaware that they have the power to change. This is also tied in with that first one because if you are in survival mode, you most likely don't even feel that you have any power in your life and you have no motivation or inspiration to change. And then another reason is because our egos don't want us to change because it wants to survive. It wants you to survive. It wants what is known and comfortable. So it's hardwired in us to stay the same because this is how our egos and our subconscious mind is fighting to keep you safe. So it's really not a totally bad thing if you think about it because it's really it's a built-in mechanism to keep us safe, but that means that change is going to be very hard to do. So the big question becomes, how do we change? The first way that we can change is by cultivating awareness and getting a sense of being aware that, first of all, we do need to change. And then another awareness of the fact that we can change, that we actually have the power to do this. So this comes back to the way that we are living nowadays. The life is just not set up to help us be aware of things. Life is set up to keep us in line and living in boxes and not changing, basically. They want us to do the same thing that everybody else does and not think too differently. And that along with that comes not being aware. So if you're living a life that you're not aware that you have problems to begin with, then change is never going to happen. So another thing that we need to change is to be truly ready. And this means truly. This doesn't mean that you're interested in learning about change. This means that you've had enough and you're going to do whatever it takes. You are truly ready. So it's easier to make a comfortable choice that benefits you right now than it is to make an uncomfortable change that won't benefit you until someday in the future. You might want to read that again because that does kind of take a lot of brain power to understand. And the second thing on this screen is change doesn't happen until we've suffered enough so that the uncomfortableness of having to change seems more desirable than the pain of staying the same. So another way to put this top one is we, like I said, are hardwired to stay the same. So it is easier to make comfortable choices, especially choices that give you short-term benefits. Most people are really instant gratification focused. And so that's going to be the choice that 99.9% of the people are going to make. And then, making an uncomfortable change, jumping into the unknown, something that's you're not going to know if it works or not until sometime in the future, if it even does work. That doesn't seem like a very good choice. And so this is why most people always choose to stay the same. And also, the bottom one, another way to put that is suffering causes change. And if you haven't suffered enough, then you're not going to be motivated enough to deal with the pain of changing, because you are in pain staying the same, but you're also going to be in an uncomfortable type of pain, the unknowing, if you change. So that's a tough call, and that's a balance. And once you tip a little bit over that balance, then you are going to start to be truly ready to change. So this type of change usually pertains to someone changing their life in a health way, like making healthy changes, healthy habits, and sometimes reaching goals like business goals, career goals. But most of the time it's people that want to be healthier, and that is what I like to help people with. That's what I'm all about, is creating healthy lifestyles. So the big question is, are you ready for change? Truly ready? So how can we make changes happen easier? If you are ready to advance, this is what you need to do. The first thing is to get things in writing. And this means using planners, journals, checklists, workbooks, and things like this. Why are these things so crucial? Because research has actually shown that when you write things in a physical form, a tangible form, so that you can actually see it, you are helping to make something into something from nothing. You are helping to take an idea and bring it forth into the world and manifest it. And you can't make changes if you just sit and think about things, because thinking, while it is the first step, it's the step that is designed to inspire you. So if it's not inspiring you to take action, to start the ball rolling, to get it into a physical, tangible form, then nothing's going to happen. So what is another way that we can make changes happen easier? Meditation. And the reason why this works is because we need to be in the alpha or the theta state, these are brain states, to put ourselves in a state of mind that is conducive to change. So the beta state is the state that you're in when you are solving problems, when you are stressing out, when you're thinking too much, when you're focusing on tasks and daily chores and work and doing all these things. Your mind is in beta, and you cannot think clearly in that state. You need to be in the alpha or theta state, and that is why meditation is so good. So another thing that it kind of goes along with this is sound healing. You can meditate with or without sound healing, but I think it works much better with it. There's a whole field of study about sound healing and how it can help you with manifestation, how it can help you heal in all sorts of ways. So I think that this is a no-brainer to use all of these tips that I'm sharing with you together to make changes happen easier. So you're going to be writing things down, you're going to be using planners, journals, and whatever else you need to set your goals in motion and all that. And then getting into the alpha state. The alpha state is the easier one. Most people can easily get into alpha just watching TV. The theta state is a little bit harder because that's a deep meditation where you're practically sleeping, but you're not quite. So that's what that is all about. The other thing we can do is journaling, and this helps you to get clear on your goals and work through obstacles. And I mentioned this in the other slide about journals being part of, writing things down. But I think journaling is so incredibly important and therapeutic, and just, it's such a good catalyst for helping you make changes. So I think between these, journaling, meditation, sound healing, and getting things in writing, using planners and things like that, these are the keys to making change happen. Of course, after you become aware and after you become truly ready. So if you are trying to get on the road to wellness or some type of lifestyle change, this will only begin when the pain of staying the same becomes worse than the pain of changing, like I said. So if you are ready to change, then I am here to help you, and now I'm going to go over some ways that I can help you. These are all of the things that I have available for anyone, depending on your, for any budget, for any style of learning that you like to do. I have something for everybody. The first one is a free mini course. So you will learn how to create a holistic lifestyle, and that is basically everything you need to know about physical health, mental health, and spiritual health, and creating a lifestyle out of those. And so these are going to cover the most of the areas, in fact, all of the things that you will need to make changes in your life. Because no matter what the change is, it's going to be covered under one of these. It's either going to be a health change you want to make, it's either going to be finding your life purpose and getting the right career. That falls under the spiritual side. And then mental would be taking care of your emotions, and if you have any sort of mental illness, these things can all help. And so what you get is 5 videos that are sent through email, and that's free. So that's one option. Another way that I can help you is I have a free guide and a free ebook. These are slightly different. One of them is called The Introduction to Holistic Wellness, and that is 9 pages. And then the other one is an actual ebook, which is Living a Healthy Holistic Lifestyle, and that's 28 pages. So those are some more free options. So if you have a little bit more money and want a more comprehensive way to make these changes in your life, I've got 2 online courses. I've actually got 3, but I didn't put the third one on here, but I will talk about it. So the first one is the Holistic Lifestyle Basics, which is the basics of living a holistic lifestyle, which is like a very in-depth look at the other subjects that I was sharing, like the mini course and then the ebook. The course is obviously a more in-depth because it's paid. And then the basics of Ayurveda it focuses on physical health, but also the mental and spiritual too. But why I think that is so important is because you might not be able to make the changes you want to make if you don't understand which body type you are, and if you don't understand the ways to live in alignment with nature. And that's why that is so important. So I do have a third online course that I forgot to put in this slide, but it's a course on journaling, and that is called Journaling for Beginners. So that's another way that you can improve your life through journaling. I will also put a link to that in the description too, even though it's not on this slide. So some other ways that I can help you for free are the free printables. So these are a collection of printables that are kind of loose. You can put them in a binder, you can laminate them, you can put them on your refrigerator, you can put them in a clipboard. So you're going to get a lifestyle assessment, and that's to determine where you stand right now, where your life is right now, from what you'll be able to tell what parts you need to change, where you need the work. And then you're going to have a body, mind, and soul goal sheet, so you can have each one with the goal that you're trying to reach in each of those areas. And then the other 3 pages are foundations of physical, mental, and spiritual health daily checklists, and they will walk you through all the things that you need to do, all of the things that I cover in my course, except for this. These are obviously just the checklists, so you're not going to get a full description of what those mean. You're just going to have the checklists. Of course, these checklists and stuff are available in my course too, so if you do take the Holistic Lifestyle Basics course, you are also going to get these printables, plus a couple of my other workbooks, plus my book, and I'll go into that in a minute. So another way that I can help you is through inexpensive printables. So the printables I just showed you were the free version, and these are the inexpensive ones where they're only a couple dollars for the most part. So they are printable workbooks, planners, journals, checklists, and I have a whole lot of other things too, but mostly centers around those 4 things. So they are to help you transform your body, mind, and your soul. And if you're interested in those are all downloads, by the way, so you can just print them off. They're PDFs. So if you are interested in checking out, I've got over 100 products in my Etsy shop now. So that is Holistic Lifestyle 101 on Etsy. You can find that through the link below too. And here's the book I was saying. This book is also available in the online course too. So if you take that course, you'll also get a PDF version of this. But you can buy this in paperback or Kindle on Amazon. And this is 112 pages. This is almost everything that I know. This was the first book I wrote. So it's a beginner's guide, and it's the book. So, you know, some people just like to read. They don't want to take courses. They just want to have a book that they can sit and read in bed. So that is for you if you are interested in having a book. So then I also have some PDF downloads. These are sort of like mini courses, but they're paid. They're very, very inexpensive though. So these will both include links to videos, articles, podcasts, and then you're also going to get printable workbooks, planner pages, journal pages, checklists, and more. The first one is how to create a daily self-care routine, and the second one is how to connect and align with nature. These are two of the biggest areas of ways that you can change your life. If you're looking to change your life, especially the one on the left, creating a self-care routine goes so far. I think that is one of the most crucial things that you can do to create change in your life. And of course, connecting and aligning with nature as well, because there are ways that we can work with nature to help us make changes. There are times of the year and times of the month that we can align with nature to help us make changes easier. And you will learn all that in that PDF download. So I've given you lots of options, and it's your choice which one or ones you want to go and explore. So the link will be down below. All of the links will be down below in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe if this information sounds good to you and you want to learn more. You might not be someone that wants to buy anything. You might just want to watch videos. That's fine. I've got lots of videos, and I put out videos once or twice a week, so be sure to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in the next video.